A bit late to the party, but I just got finished completing Donkey Kong Bonanza for the Nintendo Switch 2. Overall, good game, but I've got some questions, comments, and a few concerns. So without wasting any time, let's hop right into it. With a surprise reveal on April 2nd, 2025, the newest addition to the Donkey Kong series was announced. It was quickly confirmed that the legendary team that worked on Mario Odyssey was the same group behind the new adventure game starring the beloved gorilla. After anxiously waiting a few months, the public finally got their hands on the new Nintendo Switch 2 console. Then weeks later, Donkey Kong Bonanza was released on July 17th. They ditched the classic 2D formula and attempted another 3D adventure platformer with open world elements, similar to the mediocre Donkey Kong 64. The original Nintendo Switch was severely underpowered compared to the field, but with a brand new system on our hands, I gotta say honestly, I'm impressed. The extra power under the hood makes this game possible. Donkey Kong Bonanza looks great and plays even better. Virtually everything is destructible. This game is an open sandbox made for DK to pretty much destroy. The game starts off with a look at Ingot Isle and a bunch of monkeys mining for gold. We then take control of DK and punch through a brick wall. We're placed in a tutorial area where we're forced to learn the controls. Jump, roll, punch up, forward punch, and punch down. That pretty much sums up the whole game. You punch, punch, punch anything and anyone that gets in your way. You destroy the terrain and create your own path to these little golden diamond bananas. While digging around for bananas, Donkey Kong stumbles upon a rock. But it isn't just any old rock. It's an evil-looking, purple, alien, talking rock. The talking rock asks DK if it can join him on his journey. Donkey Kong doesn't mind the company, so he tells the rock to tag along. After making our way through a few early missions, the rock teaches DK how to make a rhythm by beating on his chest. This music causes the rock to shatter, revealing that the evil-looking, purple alien rock thing is in fact a little girl named Pauline. The crowd begs Pauline to bless the microphone with her beautiful voice, but unfortunately she has stage fright. After giving herself a lengthy pep talk and a bit of motivation from DK, Pauline goes center stage and demonstrates her ability.
Follow my lead, cause there ain't nothing to it. Anyone can dance, anyone can do it. I'm gonna be in the movies.
I'm gonna be a big star.
Singing, singing, singing! Hey internet, for my first ever review, I've decided to tackle Donkey Kong Country. Let me tell you, I f***ing hate this show. But before I discuss my disdain, a little backstory. In the summer of 1997, the Canadian network Teletoon teased and promoted their highly anticipated, brand new Donkey Kong cartoon. We had just come off the instant classic Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo, followed up by a game that is still currently in my top 10 of all time, Diddy's Conquest, and what I like to call the adopted bastard child, Donkey Kong Country 3. Overall, good game that received a lot of hate because it was overshadowed by the far superior previous entries. Needless to say, kids all over the globe were aboard the hype train. We were about to see Donkey Kong barrel blasting, ground pounding, baddie bashing, and King K. Rool crushing alongside his best friend Diddy Kong and the animal buddies Rambi, On Guard, Espresso, and those other two jerks nobody liked to use. Dear God, were we ever in for a rude awakening. August 15th, 1997 marks the date the strangest, most unforgettable TV show debuted here in Canada. A show so far from the canon material, it left children all over, pissed off and confused. This monstrosity is Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong is the laid-back hero of Congo Bongo Island, chosen by destiny to protect an ancient artifact called the Crystal Coconut. The evil King K. Rool is the main bad guy. His sole reason for existence is to steal the crystal coconut. Upon first glance, you'll notice the unique animation style. Now, it might look like complete shit, and it does. But in 1997, this was actually groundbreaking. This show was one of the first fully 3D animated TV series ever made using state-of-the-art technology called motion capture, or mocap, where real actors would wear these weird suits and a computer would mimic those actions and create an on-screen visual. This technology was supposed to make 3D characters move and look more realistic, almost lifelike. Not sure what the went wrong, but I can safely assume someone somewhere behind the scenes was fired. Characters moved like robots, the mouths didn't always sync with audio, and sometimes their eyes just went googly and did whatever they wanted to. But I guess for 1997 it was kind of impressive. But yeah, too much praise for this piece of trash show. It stars Donkey Kong, of course, Cranky Kong, the grumpy grandfather and mentor, Diddy, the hyperactive sidekick, Candy, Donkey Kong's girlfriend, and Bluster, the CEO of Bluster Barrel Works and Candy's perverted boss who's made several passes at her.
Marry me, Candy. Yes! And we can live out my last golden days together in the cushy luxury of my mother's mansion.
Then there's Funky Kong, the Hawaiian hippie helicopter flying surfer dude, and the bad guys, Clump, Crusher, and King K. Rool. Now, if doing too much was a cartoon, hey, no need to look any further. We found it, guys. We found it. It's right here. Donkey Kong Country was part comedy, part action, part high school sitcom, part soap opera musical. Which brings us to the ultimate fatal flaw of this sad excuse of a show. The songs. Every single fucking episode had not one, but two songs. That's right, they took a show based on a game about gorillas throwing barrels, action-packed chase scenes, and bouts with oversized opponents, and somehow successfully turned it into a musical? Donkey Kong would just randomly burst into song and dance. He'd get sad and harmonize an emotional ballad about friendship, bananas, or his own self-confidence. For example, episode 4 starts with a pissed-off King K. Rool. After several failed attempts at stealing the crystal coconut, K. Rool buys a parrot named Polly. The small size will make perfect for a discreet attack, and the flying ability will ensure a safe exit. Meanwhile, Donkey Kong and his girlfriend Candy have plans to celebrate their anniversary. DK has no rhythm, so Diddy is giving him dancing lessons. Cranky barges in to deliver the news about the stolen coconut. After tracking the bird down, the two find themselves in the ancient ruins of Inca Dinka Doo. After a few minutes of paying homage to the classic Scooby-Doo Doors gag, DK retrieves the coconut. While heading towards the exit, they stumble upon a rare artifact, a golden banana. DK snatches it, which awakens the sleeping idol of Inca Dinka Doo. An angry voice warns them to leave the banana as they found it, but Donkey takes it anyway. They head back to drop off the coconut in its rightful place when Cranky notices the golden banana. And here we go. He breaks out into song and dance explaining the dangers of stealing artifacts from the ancient ruins.
You're a fool, can't you see that there's a curse? With the banana back, or things are gonna get much worse.
How can such a pretty thing as this make things really go amiss? All I want is Candy's kiss.
Cranky demands the two thieves put the artifact back before the island is cursed with bad luck. On their way back to the ruins, they bump into Candy. DK fully simps out and gives her the golden banana as a gift. Diddy scolds him for cursing the island and dooming the souls of all monkeys. Candy goes back to work where she has a barrel avalanche mishap, then ends up in a helicopter crash. Then, when things seem like they can't get any worse, she's kidnapped by lizards. Now realizing the seriousness of the situation, Cranky demands DK go save Candy, kill King K. Rool, retrieve the banana, and put it back in the ancient ruins of Inca Dinka Doo. When DK arrives, just take a guess what happens. Fight to the death where the winner gets Candy? No. Intense dialogue between DK and King K. Rool? Nah. You guessed it, a monkey love song. The two just break out into duet and somehow they know the words and the choreographed dance steps perfectly. And yeah, a love song. A love song will definitely get them out of this jam.
I see bananas when I look in your eyes. I'd shower you with coconut cream pies.
Wait, cream what? You can't say that in a kid's cartoon. You slipped that one by me as a kid, but I'm grown now. I know what you're talking about. So they sing about love, dance and prance around, and surely go home and create Donkey Kong Jr. How could you not be in the mood to make love after such a passionate song?
Our love is stronger than a golden banana.
King K. Rool is so deeply moved that he gets emotional, starts crying, and just allows them to leave and be in love. Such a beautiful moment. See, this is the main problem here. If they were able to engage you enough, they swiftly take you out of it by breaking the fourth wall and having the characters simultaneously break into song and dance. Why would you do that? The episode was just starting to get half decent. In episode 7, Bluster is being an asshole for no apparent reason. He's telling Diddy that he will never amount to anything more than a puny sidekick to Donkey Kong. DK sticks up for his puny friend and tells Bluster to scram. Meanwhile, in King K. Rool's lair, he comes up with a genius plan. If the whole island thinks Donkey Kong is a f***up, they'll turn on him and bully him into resigning from Sworn Protector, thus leaving the Crystal Coconut free for the taking. K. Rool plants a banana peel and gets Candy to turn on Donkey Kong. K. Rool steals Funky's surfboard and frames DK, which makes Funky turn on Donkey Kong. Then Crusher impersonates DK's voice, makes sexual comments towards Dixie, which makes Diddy and Dixie both turn on Donkey Kong. The whole island hates Donkey Kong now and doesn't believe he can be trusted any longer. Cranky makes Diddy the new ruler of Congo Bongo, and they banish Donkey Kong and send him to live in the mountains. When DK arrives, he's so cold and sad that he can't help but to break out an R&B song he's just been dying to sing.
I don't know what's happening to me. I'm getting all the blame for things I didn't do.
Now, although I'm a hater, I like to give credit where it's due. This song is one of the maybe 3 good songs in the entire series. The lyrics are pathetic, it's just Donkey whining and crying like a bitch, complaining that nobody likes him. But the melody and those notes he's hitting, fire. I'm not a hater.
I'm nobody's hero. I'm nobody's hero.
Meanwhile, back at home, K. Rool is planning his newest attack. Word gets out and Cranky decides to be proactive. He telepathically cock-blocks Diddy and tells him get back home immediately to defend the island. The creators of the show must have known that last song was a masterpiece, so they decided to even things out, just level the scales with possibly the worst song in the entire series. Matter of fact, forget the series. This is one of the worst songs I've heard in my life.
What do you expect from someone who has never ever been the king before?
Like nails on a f***ing chalkboard. Diddy's screechy, out-of-pitch voice just whines and cries about being weak and pathetic and not wanting to be a hero and wishing DK was back after just a few hours of being the new ruler. What a f***ing crybaby. Just listen to him.
Zack and bananas, all I know. I'm just not cut out to be the hero.
Donkey Kong Country is a disappointment. It blows my mind that they would treat one of their flagship characters like this. Blatant lack of respect for a franchise. You think they'd ever do this to the Mario brand? Mario, Luigi, and Bowser singing and dancing like a bunch of little pansies?
I got a shoe with power to spare. My Karubi takes me everywhere.
Oh, God. I stand corrected. In episode 17, it's time for the annual Donkey Kong Challenge, the one time of year where applicants apply to be the new ruler of Congo Bongo. If selected, the contestant has to fight DK. Winner becomes the protector of the land. King K. Rool has his greatest plan yet. Hire new help. He recruits a kung fu master named Kung Fu to beat the living daylights out of an arrogant, out-of-shape Donkey Kong. But before the two can fight to the death, you guessed it, another piece of shit song.
I'm the Kung Fu Master, so mean and tough. I'm so bad I scare myself.
Yep. Why fight when we can sing? Let's just sing our problems away. How about that, This is when I threw in the towel. They spent half the season attempting to make the bad guys seem evil and ferocious. Now they're singing backup to some random kung fu gorilla man? And just listen to the voices they were given. They sound like little girls or Alvin and the Chipmunks on a shot of helium. What is this?
He's so mean, he's so tough, he's so bad, he scares himself.
Honestly, I couldn't even get through the rest of the episode. It's evident, as soon as we left the 16-bit generation, Nintendo stopped giving a f about Donkey Kong. This pile of crap cartoon followed by shitty game after shitty game, I guess they blew the budget on Season 1. Season 2 was produced by some other discount company, and it's evident. It looks absolutely nasty. Just nasty. If you thought Season 1 looked rough, tap out right now because Season 2 is unwatchable. Donkey Kong looks like a piece of shit. Literally. But not just any old piece of shit. A piece of shit that was left out on a hot summer day and has begun to melt. Everyone has this weird glossy shine. It's like all the characters have been dipped in Vaseline or baby oil from one of Diddy's freak-offs. As for the songs, oh my fucking goodness. Some of the most uninspired lyrics, retarded concepts, lazy backdrops, and unbearable voices I've heard in my life.
Are you aware of the glare from the sun shining off of your hair?
Aside from the jarring visual downgrade and the drastic lowering of music quality, the show for some reason unnecessarily tried to get edgy. They started using words that have no business being in a Donkey Kong cartoon. Dialogue included words like damn, screwed, and killed. There was even one weird scene where Diddy was scheduled for his annual booster shot, a shot that needs to be taken in his butt, pause. But this year he didn't feel like taking it, so he grabbed 2 coconuts instead. Something about this visual just feels wrong. They did not have to show a needle going into what looks like his butt cheeks. Like, come on, how f***ed up is this?
Gee, Diddy, you're a tough little fella.
In all honesty, there's 0 point in going any further. Every episode is the same. Rinse, wash, and repeat. It's redundant. Just as you find yourself in that flow state, you find yourself in a mini trance and subconsciously you're watching but not really paying attention. Then right as you might be getting into the storyline, boom, and out of the blue, nails on a chalkboard song to pull you out of your trance, snap you back to reality, and you're reminded you're watching an awful cartoon. And that's usually when you change the channel. Like in episode 23 when DK has a banana peel mishap. He slips, busts his head, and gets amnesia. He wanders off trying to discover who he truly is. He bumps into the evil Captain Scurvy, who tricks him into thinking he's a pirate. Later, King K. Rool does the same and convinces DK that he's part of the lizard family. Then we see DK and K. Rool rocking out, happily singing and dancing together. Look at this nonsense. This is the equivalent of Mario and Bowser hooking up on the weekend for lattes and pickleball. Why is this happening? What is this? These two are sworn enemies.
I'm really one of you.
I was tricked. As a kid, I was tricked, damn it. I subconsciously told myself I loved this show simply because I couldn't deal with the heartbreak of my favorite game being a piece of shit TV adaptation. I'm at a stage in life where I can finally confess. This show sucks. It always sucked. This show doesn't even care that it sucks. It's just a big, stupid, sucky show. Donkey Kong sucks, Diddy sucks, Cranky, everyone sucks. This show sucks. If I remembered how bad this was, I would have chose another show to review for my first YouTube video. I just wasted my goddamn time. Nobody is gonna watch this. As for you, Nintendo, go to hell. Sincerely, go to hell, buddy. You guys have constantly disrespected the Donkey Kong franchise for years. This was the only cartoon ever made, and it sucks. All the new games and reboots suck. I haven't played a good DKC product since the Super Nintendo days. What do they have against Donkey Kong? What did he ever do to anybody? Sad to say, but I'm confident Nintendo will never care about Donkey Kong again. As a matter of fact, how about this? The day Nintendo drops an amazing Donkey Kong show, movie, or game is the day I'll release this video here. Until then, This garbage is going straight in the vault and never, ever will it see the light of day. And that's it for today, guys. If you're still here watching, you know what time it is, man. You are my people, and I appreciate you. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and consider subscribing. I have a bunch of other videos I'm sure you'll like. Until next time, do what you love. GBE, get better every day, man. Gimme my music.